Hey guys, before we jump into this video, I just want to make it clear that this list is all my personal opinions. So we may have differing lists, but let me know down in the comment section if you guys agree with my choices, and if not, what would you change? With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? Allperian here, and welcome to every single broken item in each Fortnite season. Now, we all know that Fortnite is basically dying, or most of you think it already is dead. But it was really fun to look back and record this video and see everything great Epic did to make all of us fall in love with this game in the first place. Now, making this video really took me back and showed me all the good of Fortnite, and also showed me where the game started to go downhill. You're gonna see in the video that they really hit a point where they just stop adding content and aren't really listening to the community. But let's kick off the video and throw it all the way back to Season 1 where it all began. Now, Season 1 was an interesting time of Fortnite. It was right at the beginning and there wasn't that many people playing at the time, and those who were playing were basically all bots and default skins. No one built, everyone just was hiding behind cover, trying not to die, and you kind of had to rely on your gun skill and decision making to win a game. Which brings us to our very first broken item in Fortnite, which is the Zapatron. A lot of you have probably heard of the Zapatron, and for those of you who haven't, don't worry, you're not alone, because there's only one video of it on the entire internet, and it's up on the screen right now. The Zapatron was basically like this sniper that shot a laser. It did 150 damage and had no damage drop off, so basically you had unlimited range with this weapon, and it was definitely very broken. Coming in at a time like Season 1, a lot of people were still getting used to the game and really didn't even know how to play. Epic saw the problem with this, and after one day of it being in the game, Epic decided to remove the Zapatron, which is why literally no one has gotten to use this gun, and some people haven't even heard of it. Moving on, we have Season 2, and Season 2 is by far my favorite season of Fortnite, probably because it was when I started playing the game, but I just think that it was definitely the most fun. People are now starting to build more, people are getting better, and this is definitely peak Fortnite where the game really started to take off, and in my opinion, I think everyone who played it, this is probably in their top 3 at least favorite seasons of all time. After revisiting Season 2, I realized that there are actually 2 items that are very broken. One of them has to be the Boogie Bomb. When the Boogie Bomb first got released, when someone threw the Boogie Bomb at you, you would dance for a really long period of time, and even after you got hit or damaged, you would continue to dance. So if you got hit by a Boogie Bomb, you were as good as dead. But Epic soon fixed this. They made it so once you take damage, you stop dancing and you're right back in the fight, and they also decreased the time that you would be dancing after you got hit by a Boogie Bomb. Now, the second most broken item in Season 2 is definitely going to go to the double pump. Now, I know what you're thinking. We all love the double pump. If you got to play with the double pump, it's probably one of your favorite memories in all of Fortnite. There was literally no better feeling than picking up 2 green pumps and just destroying everyone in your lobby. But Epic decided that they were a little bit too broken to keep in the game, so they ended up removing them. And in the end, I mean, I missed the double pump. I had a lot of fun playing with it, but I wasn't too upset when they got vaulted. Moving along to Season 3. Now, this is where Fortnite, I think, got the biggest that it ever was. This is where it started getting media coverage. This is the season when Ninja played with Drake, and it was one of the biggest times in Fortnite history. Honestly, looking back, there really wasn't anything super broken, and it just goes to show you how good Season 3 was, because nothing really stood out as being unfair. Everyone was just playing, having a good time. But if I had to look at all the items in Season 3, the guided missile is definitely going to go as the most broken item, because there were times where you could do insane rocket rides across the map and just shoot another one and catch yourself, and if someone was camping, the guided missile could get to them pretty easily. So I mean, Season 3 was a very good season, not much wrong with it, but if I had to give one item that was a little bit broken, it's going to have to go to the guided missile. Now, Season 4 is where Fortnite started to just go crazy with their updates. We had things like the Thanos and Avengers event. We had new interactables with the Hop Rocks. It was just all crazy. Fortnite was coming up with new ideas, and the game was just super fun at the time. But this is when Fortnite started to take a little bit turn for the worst. They added things like the jetpack. They added things where it took little to no skill. A lot of new explosives were in the game. A lot of items that catered to bad players, like who didn't know how to build, who didn't have good gun skill, and a lot of people in the community were upset. But in my opinion, the worst thing that they added in Season 4 has to go to the drum gun. Now, we all know what the drum gun is. Everyone knows it as being one of the best guns in the entire game, and that's true now, and it was true even back then. When they added the drum gun, it was way overpowered. It had 50 round mags. It dealt more damage than an SMG. It shot basically just as fast, if not faster than SMG, and it was definitely the gun that you wanted to have if you were in any type of fight. Easy wins with this gun. It was very overpowered, and Epic soon realized that and eventually vaulted it. But tell me your thoughts on the drum gun. Should Epic have vaulted it, or should they have kept it in the game? Moving along to Season 5, I'm not really that big of a fan of Season 5. For no reason in particular, I just didn't really find the game fun at this point. I still played it all the time. I liked everything that they added, from the bounce pads to the hunting rifle. But I think the reason why I didn't like this season was mainly because of our next broken, I'm going to call it a duo, which is the grappler and the double barrel shotgun. Now, if you played in Season 5, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The double barrel shotgun had amazing damage but terrible range, and that's exactly where the grappler came into play. You can use the grappler, get up close to your enemies, and just hit them for over 100 twice. Then that's an easy kill, and I think Epic really made the right choice of getting rid of the double barrel shotgun, because the grappler on its own is completely harmless and actually a really fun weapon to use. Coming up next, we have Season 6. Season 6, in my opinion, it was an okay season. I didn't play it that much because of the new Call of Duty that came out, so I was not really playing Fortnite for most of it. But for what I did play, it was an alright season. I think it got kind of ruined with the whole Fortnitemares because, like, let's face it, no one liked the zombies in Season 6. They were just terrible. Not a lot of broken items in this season either, but the only thing that I could really come up with being slightly broken has to go to the quad launcher. Now, the quad launcher wasn't that OP. I think that it was pretty easy to counter, but it did give a lot of bad players easy kills if you didn't build to block the rockets, and you ended up just getting spammed with explosives. And if one of them, even 4 of them got through, then you're dead. So that's probably the most overpowered weapon in Season 6. Next up, we have Season 7, and this one's just a no-brainer, the Infinity Blade. I mean, I wanted to throw planes in there, but I'm trying to just pick one item, and unlike the grappler and the double barrel, planes and the Infinity Blade don't really go together. But as you can see up on screen here, this is tournament gameplay where the Infinity Blade is being used, and it's pretty obvious why Epic had to remove this from the game as soon as possible. I mean, literally, look at, he's flying around the map, just creating carnage, cutting through builds, and gaining health as he does it. I mean, it's safe to say that the Infinity Blade is probably one of the most broken items ever to hit Fortnite. But really, other than that, Season 7 was a pretty fun season. It had a few questionable updates, but other than that and the Infinity Blade, I enjoyed it. Moving along to Season 8. I personally loved Season 8. I think this is around the time where people started having mixed feelings about Fortnite. Some people loved the game, some people hated the game at this point. And honestly, I liked it due to the fact that Arena was very fun. Looking back, it was kind of hard to find a really overpowered weapon, but the only thing that seemed a little bit broken to me were the ballers. Now, I personally love the ballers, and I'm sure a lot of you did too, but you have to admit that when you were playing Arena or you watched any tournament, the final circle was just flooded with the ballers. And at first they were a little unfair due to the amount of health that they had. It was definitely harder to break them and get the guy out of the baller to kill him. Other than that, Season 8 was a really great time for Fortnite in my opinion, and the baller was really the only broken item in Season 8. Moving on to Season 9, I think that this is where Fortnite began its downfall. Season 9, in my opinion, was a very boring season. Not a lot happened. We had a very bad map update with Neo Tilted and Mega Mall. I just didn't think the game was that fun at this point. But the one fun part that was broken was the combat shotgun. We all know the combat shotgun. It was a very broken weapon. It honestly felt like a shotgun mixed with a sniper. It was just so much fun to use, but it honestly surprised me that it took Epic that long to vault it, because it was obviously insanely broken and something needed to be done. Season 10 is by far one of the worst seasons. Epic tried to do everything right this season and did everything wrong. They thought that it would be a good idea to incorporate things from like every season of Chapter 1 and put it into the game, and it ended up being a complete mess, from the mechs, which is the most broken item, not just even in Season 10. I think it's the most broken item in the entire history of Fortnite. I mean, is there anyone that really enjoyed the mechs? As soon as you saw one, you knew that you were dead. Epic tried to do a lot with Season 10. They tried to end off Chapter 1 on a good note, and I mean, I give them credit. Chapter 1 was insanely fun. I loved it. In the end, Season 10 really got a lot of people to stop playing Fortnite because of just all the random stuff that they were adding, the terrible updates. They removed turbo building to the mechs. Like, just, I don't really think a lot of good came out of Season 10, and I honestly think that it could have had a lot of potential if they didn't add giant flying robots to the game. Moving on to Chapter 2 Season 1, what everyone thought was going to be a new beginning for Fortnite, and it kind of was. Fortnite basically just hit like the reset button, and it was hard for a lot of the community to go from Season 10, which had mechs and all these crazy items, to this next season, which had little to no content. Now, I personally enjoyed Season 1, and I know a lot of people found it boring, and I can understand that, but the most broken item this season, which I think everyone will agree, is going to have to go to the grenade. Now, the grenade spam this season was out of control. Even if you were boxed up and someone threw a whole stack of grenades at you, you were basically as good as dead. Epic soon realized this and decided to reduce the stack number from 10 to 6. It helped a little bit, but once the problem was still happening and people were complaining about grenades, Epic just decided to vault them, and I think that was the best move. Other than that, I really enjoyed this new beginning of Fortnite. Moving on to Chapter 2 Season 2. This gave a lot of people new content. They added the agency, a lot of new POIs with the mythic weapons, and that is what is going to go in as the most broken item in Chapter 2 Season 2. The mythic weapons, specifically Brutus's minigun. If any of you played Chapter 2 Season 2, which I don't even know how many people are going to answer that question with a yes. Brutus's minigun and the minigun spam in this season was absurd. I mean, it was almost impossible to not get hit by at least one of the bullets if you're continuously holding down build. And all the mythic weapons, just if you had them, I mean, they were a little balanced, but some of them you came up against them in a fight and you knew that the other person had a big advantage on you. Now, personally, I have not played Chapter 2 Season 3. I'm guessing a lot of you haven't either, so I honestly can't give my opinion as what's the most broken item in this season because I haven't played it. And it's kind of sad to see that Fortnite has gone in the direction that it has, but in the end, making this video has made me realize that I'm happy for all the memories that Fortnite has given me. Looking at all these clips has definitely given me a bit of nostalgia. Hopefully it has with you too. And I hope we can all just look back and see the positives of Fortnite rather than dwelling on the negatives, which I know that this video is about, but still. Thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new, make sure to click that like button and hit subscribe. I try to upload every week, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.